The following is a WDW N-Tunes original program.
Coming to you live from the WDWNT studios in Orlando, Florida. It's the Serial 8 with Tom Corless Holiday Special. Tonight, a visit from Cornac the Magnificent, Jared Poitras and Nate Enthusiasm of the Off Track Podcast, Nicholas Cicero and the Soundboard Band, and I'm Patrick Hackett. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Yay, fake applause. Thank you, welcome. Welcome to See You Later, as we call it, more touching than Coco and John Lasseter. Yeah.
Too soon.
Too soon. We've got
40 more
of those.
enough.
Everybody should probably get ready. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're here during the WDWNT, the Toys for Tots Marathon, our 50-hour marathon to raise money for the charity. We do this every year to clear our conscience from this show. This is like Tom makes this show all right by doing one charity thing, right? That's how that works. Patrick and Nick, thank you, Patrick, for the lovely introduction.
No problem at all.
Nick in there with the soundboard band. We have guests in studio. We're going to be talking to Nate and Derek in a little bit in our guest spot, but they're in the studio, so you may hear some laughing and things going on. That's because they're physically here. So thank you guys for actually driving in. That doesn't happen very often.
Oh, we got you.
It's easy in this city.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Yes, on a holiday weekend, the one thing you want to do in Orlando is drive. Right?
Happy to have our bodies here in studio for you.
Good. Thank you so much. And hopefully you won't walk out before we get to the interview. That'd be really great. We'll see what happens. So anyway, let's catch up on things. We haven't done this show in a while. Usually this show is just now for our Patreon members, our WIGS members, the Interglobe Society, but everybody's getting it for free this month. It's a little bit of an ad, so we want you guys to sign up and get this every month, and it starts at just $2. So I mean, it's a really good deal. Go to patreon.com/WDWNT and sign up, and you get this once a month.
And Tom,
and if you're offended, then you don't have to sign up.
You were nice enough to donate the entire amount from Patreon this month to the Toys for Tots.
Yeah, so we took that whole amount for the month, and because the show is free, I didn't feel nice about just taking everybody's money, so we put all that money into the charity. So all that $592, we put that in the charity for the month. So there we go. So thank you. So I figured you guys already give us money every month. We should just put that in the charity. It's not fair to ask you guys to donate on top of giving us money. So there you go. So anyway, let's get this thing started, shall we? Talk about some things that have happened in the last month. The House of Magic name returned to the Magic Kingdom in Main Street, USA. The Hall of Champions facade was renamed to restore it to how it was back in 1971. Disney has said this is just the beginning of several other Main Street establishments will be going back to the original name. So Tony's will once again be the House of Tragic. Make sure you get ready for that. They're also considering the return of the Penny Arcade, but surveys have shown that millennials don't know what either of those words mean.
Yeah, true.
Yes, Penny Arcade. Yeah, penny. I guess they should know what a penny is. You get change, right? I guess a digital payment now.
But even the press penny machines don't even take pennies.
That's true. They're credit card now. Well, the pennies are preloaded in the machine. You swipe your credit card, and it presses a preloaded penny.
I don't hate that.
Get the heck out of here.
Maybe it'll show you an actual penny too.
How young are you guys? You seem pretty young.
I mean, what's young?
I don't know. I'm under my age.
I'm 20. I'm 25. Nate,
I'm 27.
Yeah.
We know what pennies are.
I'm 29. I'm not.
This is the best argument I've ever heard of the show. We know what pennies are.
But they know what pennies are. Let's not be ridiculous.
I may not know what color it is, but I know that they exist.
Brownish, maybe.
Pink, whatever.
Brownish pink.
What is the actual? What is considered the color of a penny?
Copper.
But how
is copper a color or a material?
Yeah,
material,
define copper as a color, because I mean you can see copper in like a rainbow.
Like, is there a copper Crayola crayon?
Yeah, there used to be.
Okay.
But then millennials forgot what it was, so they got rid of it.
Yeah, I was more of a
Right.
burnt,
Yeah.
I'm more of a burnt sienna man
Yeah,
myself.
brass is a color and a metal too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There you go. And of course, this segment brought to you by Crayola. Make sure you pick up a 64 pack.
All copper.
Yeah, special this year.
The remainder of the Adventureland veranda at the Magic Kingdom is being converted into the Club 33 location for the park. In related news, the Burger King on OBT is being converted into Club 69. John Lasseter is going to be the first member there.
Oh God.
Damn.
He's going to be living at the motel next door soon, so he might as well, right?
That's a hot take.
Yeah. Just take a few steps away, grab a milkshake. The Burger King that's a drug front. You know it's bad when you go to Burger King and nothing's actually been cooked. Like they don't cook it till you get there. It's not good.
No.
When asked for comment on the John Lasseter situation, as we're talking about that, Bob Chapek responded, "Human emotions confuse me because he is in fact a robot." Your Bob Chapek joke. You all got it. It was written in last minute. Enjoy.
Facts.
I love that we're making. There's a bunch of delay jokes coming up. I love that. We were late with every show in this 50-hour show. We're gonna make delay jokes. The long-delayed Choza de Margarita finally opened at Epcot, giving you yet another location to get a watered-down margarita that will make you think, I could probably climb that pyramid. Pass the Juggerita. While that opened, the Hall of Presidents remains closed, and if you want to know why, just look at the comment section on any story we've posted about it. Yeah, well, the important thing still to remember as a nation, the Adventurers Club is still closed. Gungaloosh! The show is the worst. By the way, Donald Trump just tweeted taking credit for closing the Adventurers Club. Look at him. Recently, the Parks blog posted a list of celebrity guests for the upcoming Galactic Nights at Hollywood Studios. These feature fan favorites Warwick Davis, but also a group of Imagineers. Clearly, whoever referred to this group as celebrities is also the one suggesting names like Disney's XL. Everyone head to Hyperion December for that event. Disney World is now selling a plain black magic band. They were supposed to be brown, but the cooks at Tony's prepared them.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh,
That's good.
No
One
comment.
day the chef of this show is going to murder one of us.
The chef of the show?
The chef of Tony's.
The chef of Tony's. Yeah, I was like, who's cooking on this show?
Nick.
That's tomorrow when Nick sets my kitchen on fire during this show. Also on sale this weekend, bags made out of cast member costumes. They picked Trader Sam's, the Haunted Mansion, Tower of Terror, and the Great Movie Ride. The bags were selling so fast.
How
fast were they selling?
They were selling so fast that Disney had to go pull costumes in use off of cast members on the clock. There's money to be
Sounds
made.
about
Grab
right.
a character attendant costume and get back to Tower Greeter. They thought about making bags out of the Disney Quest costumes, but all those extra costumes were bought by Universal for the party bus drivers at Fast and the Furious Supercharged. So you'll see them there.
Oh, man.
That ride looked great. Citing an increase in security wait times, Disney has recently moved up Magical Express pickup times from 3 hours to 4 hours before your return flight is scheduled. Also citing an increase in the inaccuracy of its crowd calendar, touring plans have stated that you should arrive 4 hours before Fantasmic. So make sure.
They're not wrong.
Oh, boy. 3 new Italian restaurants are coming to Disney Springs: Maria and Enzo's Hideaway, and Pizza Ponte. Enzo's Hideaway gets its name, of course, because that's where they hid all the construction materials for the Edison, delaying the project for 2 years. Yeah. Fans of the Adventurers Club can't wait much longer, though. They need another place to be. If anyone liked the Adventurers Club, they have now left the show and not donated. I've done a great job. Moving over to Disneyland. Disneyland After Dark will be a new series of hard ticket events starting in 2018. The first one will be Throwback Night, which is like Dapper Days, but poorly lit. So get those filters ready. It's nice that they're doing something at Disneyland After Hours. Usually the time is reserved to feed the feral cats. So I'll have to wait a little longer on those nights. We've heard SeaWorld was also considering doing an after-hours event, but soon enough they may not have regular hours. So,
Hashtag save Sea.
yeah. Not to mention the likely jokes about them being on OBT and blowholes. So, new meaning to Tillicum, right?
Worst joke of the night.
That the worst joke of the night sound? Yeah, that probably deserves it, right?
It was written with that intent.
It was. They usually are. Speaking, I like the one random woo at the end of that track.
What a hot sound bit right there.
It's on fleek, as the kids are saying, right? Is that still a thing?
Now we retired that.
Yeah. No, that's
I'm
out. Stay
I'm
woke.
out of the loop.
Yeah, stay woke.
Yeah, stay woke.
Stay woke.
That's the plan during the 50-hour show.
Yeah.
Stay woke. Nick couldn't stay woke, and we were late to the station. Good job, Nick. Fell asleep.
Wait, you were after me.
I stopped at Wawa, though. It's a good reason.
We should really look into Wawa sponsoring us.
We really, they need to give us money.
Oh, that'd be great.
Money and food.
Yeah.
Gobbler subs every day.
Let's keep talking about things that are appetizing. Speaking of Disneyland, they recently had an outbreak of Legionnaire's disease.
Yummy.
Yep. To keep up with the old-timey diseases, Universal Hollywood announced they'll be offering cholera, and Knott's Berry Farm will continue to have dysentery on weekdays. So, the fun fact, Legionnaires is the only thing you can catch at Disneyland without a wait time. So,
They'll figure out a way.
A Black Panther meet and greet is coming to Disney California Adventure soon. They would have added it to the Magic Kingdom, but Donald Trump's going to be there. So he keeps yelling, Wakanda doesn't have nukes, it's not going to work out. Get it? Wakanda's the fake. Never mind. If I have to explain it, Wakanda's not a real country. Pixar Pier was announced for Disney California Adventure, a new area where guests can ride, play along with, and hug their favorite Pixar employees. I meant characters. Their favorite Pixar characters. so nasty. The Incredicoaster will replace California Screamin', proving Dash can't run far enough or fast enough for this area to look good.
Oh.
Other new additions will include a Toy Story carousel, an inside-out spinner, and a Good Dinosaur bathroom. Remember that, kids?
Can't wait to use that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The toilet's just Arlo with his mouth open. Hong Kong Disneyland announced a multi-year plan to upgrade the park, including a new show, Moana: A Homecoming, to show where Moana eats overrated fried chicken, of course. Homecoming restaurant. Seasonal events will also include a celebration of Year of the Dog, and they'll also have a Royal Princess Garden in a highly themed area for meet and greets. This was offered to Shanghai Disneyland to build as well, but they needed the garden for guests to poop it.
Oh,
You're right.
Yeah, true.
They should get the Good Dinosaur bathroom. Clone them. Come on, Bob. Get on top of this, Bob. We recently posted a story about a new major attraction coming to Disneyland Paris, something unique and separate from the Tron coaster rumored to be going there as well. In that article, I used the term Blockbuster, which may have led some to some confusion that it was related to the defunct video store Blockbuster Video. This is perfectly understandable, however, since one of the Paris parks is already based around defunct movies. So there you go. Isn't there a High School Musical counter service there still? It's still a thing.
What a place to eat at.
Yeah. That's where you want to eat, on a basketball court.
Hey, you're all in this together.
You got to wait 2 years for the NBA experience to do that. Disney is developing a TV show or TV shows based on Star Wars, Monsters, Inc., and High School Musical. Great idea, said 2005. It's such a dumb joke. I love it.
So good.
Yeah. Disney also announced there will be yet another Star Wars trilogy after the current one, with the next directed by Rian Johnson. This just in, Rian Johnson has been fired and replaced by director The Fonz. Hey! So dumb.
Hey.
All right, play me over to the virtual desk, Nicholas Cicero and the soundboard band. Oh, and we just abruptly end the music.
That was
right?
short.
Okay.
That's all you get.
That was lovely.
It was just a short trip.
It was. They didn't actually move, so that's why we call it virtual. Although I'm at a real desk, I guess.
You are.
That's a thing this time. So yeah, I want to do a quick segment. We do this every month. It is time for Nice Job, Jackass, which is, of course, this month presented by Lassiter Wine. Grab some.
Oh man. Jeez.
That's the tagline, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, this month, and I know a lot of people have seen me rant about this on Twitter lately. This month, we've had caught a number of websites copying and pasting our articles. This has been a thing. So the website's Clip & Company. That's the name of that one, right? And then there's the one named after the shoe store. What was that? DSW Shoe Source? Whatever the name of that one is. Go do your own work. Don't copy our articles, and I won't send you cease and desist letters. Can we also talk about, I was messaged on Facebook. One guy was posting our full articles on Facebook. I messaged him. I didn't get a response for over a day. Didn't get a response from him. And so I opened, Facebook has a function where you can file a claim. Doesn't actually hurt them. It just gets pulled down. And so I filed the claim because he wasn't dealing with it. And we filed the claim, and the claim went through. Facebook right away was like, yeah, this is obviously word for word. We're going to pull it. And they pulled it down. And the guy messaged me right away. And the message included the words, hey, let's not get trigger happy on the disputes, filing disputes.
Did he call you a snowflake too?
No, but trigger happy on filing disputes, to which I responded, I would watch the attitude with such a claim. I messaged you nicely. And the first message I sent was very nice. I asked, could you please remove this? It's word for word from us. We'd really appreciate it. With no sarcasm meant. We're just hoping we could handle it nicely. And so he sent that. So I said, could you not have an attitude about it? He goes, no attitude intended. How is that not attitude? If I tell somebody not to be trigger happy with something, I'm pretty sure that's an attitude.
100%.
Just the thought. Anyway, to all of these websites, you got the award this month. Congratulations. We're going to send you some Lassiter wine. Maybe some Lassiter shirts. I don't think they're going to sell those anymore. And congratulations on being this month's Jackass of the Month. Good job. Tell you what, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have Cornack the Magnificent. Stick around.
Woody's Lunchbox. Come on, style me. Woody's Lunchbox, a favorite dairy treat. You know, when I have a hankering for some cheese, I don't just grab some microwave pizza from the pizza planet like you city folk. I like to sit on down to a healthy, reasonable dairy treat, a mini baby bell cheese. Yeehaw! It's time for Woody's Lunchbox. It's the very best. It's the tiniest, reddish cheese in the wild, wild west. Sometimes I even like to grab myself a soda float if I feel like I've been eating right all week long. You know, to me, nothing says I've been shrunken down to the size of a toy quite like vanilla ice cream, ice cold Coca-Cola, and some wax-encased cheese. In fact, I dare you to find a better meal in all of what's left of this here theme park. So turn away those cold pretzels, get rid of that nearly uncooked corn dog, and mosey on down to the side of the park that kind of still looks like a movie studio, and pay a visit to your lactose-happy friends here at Woody's Lunchbox, opening summer 2018 at Disney's Hyperia XL theme park. Woohoo! Woody's Lunchbox, come on, gather round. Woody's Lunchbox, the rest of the park's torn down. All the kids come running for the best darn cheese in town. It's the dumbest, stupidest, cheesiest corporate alliance around. Mini Baby Bell.
Welcome back to Serial 8, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a very special night as we have a great visitor from the East. The famous seer, sage, all-knowing, all-seeing, and engineer behind Bob Chapek. Ladies and gentlemen, Cornack the Magnificent. Welcome, oh great Cornack.
May you be fully disclosed in a South Florida water management permit.
Thank you. Now, in my hands, I hold a stack of envelopes, hermetically sealed, that have been stored in a pickle jar at the Tower of Terror since noon today. No one knows the contents of these envelopes but you, in your incredibly divine way, will ascertain the answers without ever before seeing the questions inside the envelopes. Correct, sir?
Indeed.
Anyone can plainly hear these envelopes are sealed.
Yes, you can hear that they're sealed.
So are you ready to divine the answers for the questions enclosed in all of these?
Indeed, hand Cornac the first envelope.
Your wish is my command.
All right. Gigantic.
Gigantic.
How big will the John Lasseter settlement be? There you go. Next envelope, please. This is definitely happening in real life.
Totally.
Cast member costume bags, Flight of Passage, and Magical Express. Name 3 things you have to line up for 4 hours in advance. Next envelope. It's commitment to rustle the envelope every time. Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey.
You guys are millennials. You know what that is, right?
I think.
What will Universal's answer be to minivans? Dirigible hats. Let's make it happen. It's going to be screen-based. Actually, you should just get party buses. It should be party buses.
With
Next.
screens.
Of course. I mean, how else? All right, next envelope. Batu.
Batu.
Batu. Oh, I have to do this. What is the sequel to Ba? Why is that not the worst joke of the night?
I don't know. It's so bad.
So good. There's a inconsistency in the reviews of that joke.
It's so bad.
Yeah. Next, give me the next envelope. Dia de los Muertos. Dia de los Muertos. What was Tuesday referred to as in the Lasseter household?
Oh my god. Oh man.
Hey-o.
Tough room. Give me the next envelope. How many of these are there? There's so many. Choza de Margarita.
Choza de Margarita.
How do you say delayed in Spanish? Next envelope. The Edison.
The Edison.
How do you say delayed in English? Give me another envelope. Ale and Compass. Ale and Compass. What would you name a Jack Sparrow themed restaurant? Drinks. He has a compass.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You got to do some of these for the kids.
Mhm.
Some of these jokes are for the kids.
But for us millennials.
Use that one
Yeah.
at school. That one will go over.
Please do not use anything you've heard on the show at school.
Except Lasseter wine. Grab some.
Give it to your teacher.
Wow. You got to reach for that A. Boy. Give me another envelope. Frozen 2.
Frozen 2.
Frozen 2. What is the new planet guest visit at the end of Frozen Ever After?
Oh, God.
Get it? Batu. Frozen. That's a callback, kids. All right, the final envelope. Thank God. Dresses, aprons, and the food at Tony's. Dresses, aprons, and the food at Tony's. Name the next 3 things that will be made out of cast member costumes.
Hot take. Hot take.
Hi-yo, Cornac the Magnificent, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll be right back.
Hello there. Do you like fish? How about pillaging? Is your idea of a good time the sacking and slaughter of your enemies? Do you feel that a civilization can only best be seen through black lights? Do you feel that every citizen of Norway is either a Viking, a cruise director, or oil worker? If you said yes to any of these questions, then listen up. The land and food of Norway have always been and always will be full of peril and adventure. And nowhere is this more evident than here at Maelstrom. At Maelstrom, you will experience the most authentic Norwegian dining experience you can imagine. And it starts when you walk in the front door, past the moat, and through the gauntlet of flags. I tell you, there's nothing like this place in the world.
Except maybe Aspersos.
Quiet, Loki! Don't believe me. Ask one of our satisfied customers.
Well, the food was good, I guess, and, well, I think they undercooked my mutton flanks.
What? No problem. Olaf, take these back to the kitchen and get this fixed. Sorry about that, sir. Did I mention that the spirit of Norway has always been and always will be adventure? Here at Maelstrom, we have plenty of themed dining rooms that really take you back to the old country, like the Norwegian fishing village, the medieval Norwegian fishing village, the enchanted second-floor woods fishing village, and oil rig. We also have a full-service bar staffed by a real polar bear. Say hi, Pierre. Here at the Lazy Eye Bar, everything is served in 3 sizes. Large, really large, and please pick Volstag off the floor. Have a request that isn't on the menu? Just ask our bartender to make it. He'll stare at you blankly, but wow, you just talked to a polar bear.
What's this? How dare you send this food back? Be gone!
This is troll cuisine. I cast a spell. You will disappear! Disappear! Disappear!
Well then, if this sounds like a restaurant for you, then come on down to Maelstrom. You aren't the first to come this way. But you may be the last.
The Maelstrom is located at 1988 Avenue of the Stars, Orlando, Florida. Just tell them Fjord sent you.
Welcome back to Sierra Late, where Nick found the most random track to play.
That's my job.
Yeah, this is what you want. You want that Space Ranger spin background music. That's what all the kids are listening to. Listen to Taylor Swift.
Oh, I could have played some Taylor.
So we actually have guests on the show. This doesn't happen a lot anymore, but we do have guests. So I want to welcome Derek Poitras and Nate Enthusiasm of the Off Track podcast. But you guys go by other names, apparently?
We do.
AKA the greatest Disney blogger, hashtag of all time, AKA the annual pass hole, AKA El Toro, AKA the DVC Don Dada, AKA what else? I get 20% off at Tables in Wonderland, but they gave me 21 because I'm a savage.
That's a millennial joke.
It's a millennial joke.
Oh man!
I think I'm missing one.
Yeah, when you see him in the park, put some respect on his name.
Respect on my name. When you catch me in the DVC lounge drinking Coke Freestyle straight out the faucet, put some respect on my name, man. That's it.
And I'm Derek Poitras. I'm the Whiskey Don, the 24th flavor of Dr. Pepper, and the man who needs an introduction because no one knows who I am.
There you go. I have other names. Cake Crabless. That was on a receipt at Food and Wine at one point.
Cake Crabless.
Cake Crabless. Yeah. It was a crabless cake. So it was a vegetarian version.
Yeah, wow. I'm paying attention now.
Yeah.
I'm sure John liked the crab. It was last of the family crab, in fact. Anyway, it was a vegan version of crab that had no actual crab in it, and the receipt printed as Cake Crabless, and I decided that was my new name. Also, there's Confirmation Corless. It's another one.
Oh, I remember that Twitter thing.
And then there's some other ones I probably can't say on the air.
Please don't tell them mine.
The Perfect Seven.
Well, I mean, now you have to.
Yeah.
Come on, don't leave us on.
Los Cicero Creeper.
Oh man, yeah, that's a good Instagram handle right there.
There you go. There you go. You got to get that handle, Nick.
I already done.
Woke.
Yeah, stay woke. Stay woke. Oh, man, you were so close there.
Yeah.
You almost had it.
I'll get it by the end of this interview. I'll figure it out.
We'll stay there.
Anyway. So you guys do the Off Track podcast. What is it?
So it's our slogan is the theme park podcast about everything else too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of theme park podcasts and news websites just like you guys got.
It's a ton.
And we listen to a lot of them and we enjoy a lot of them. But we also really like sports and pop culture and entertainment.
Yeah.
So we decided that, why don't we create a show where the first half we talk about theme parks and pretty much everything that people want to talk about. And then let's keep it a little fresh and do some new things too.
Yeah.
So what are the new things?
John Lasseter.
we're
it's
actually,
very new. It's very new to a lot of people.
Yeah, right
but
now,
not new to some.
Actually, our only brand, our only sponsor right now is Lasseter Wine. Yeah. So they're really kicking in the bills right there.
Right.
Yeah, but we really enjoy talking about sports. I'm from Boston. I'm a big Boston fan.
Yeah, go Pats.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah,
let's go.
Jeez.
Let's go.
So I'm a Bucks fan, so it's
like a funeral every week for him. Yeah.
But I'm a Cubs fan, so.
But then we also do, any entertainment.
Crazies of the week.
Pop culture. Yeah, we've got a couple segments. One of our more popular ones that we try to do every week is called Crazies of the Week.
Crazy.
Where we essentially pull the craziest news headlines and just
Most
comment
of them are
about
from
it.
Florida.
Yeah.
Usually. Florida man, right?
Yeah.
So like remember a couple weeks ago where there was a woman in Lakeland who got a DUI while riding a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
That's fantastic.
things like that we talk about.
That's where we.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a thing.
Try to keep it fresh.
Yeah, we live here for the theme parks and not so much for
Not the crazies.
not for the culture.
Anything out the Disney bubble is just like
Yeah, outside of Orlando is
alligator
scary.
war zone. Yeah,
It is.
Yeah. Once you get south of Champions Gate, there's no turning back.
No.
Or north,
teeth.
Or north of what's the North Point? I'm not familiar with the North.
maybe north of Ocala.
Altamont Springs.
Altamont
So where we are
Springs.
now?
Yeah,
One block that way. Forget it.
It's the border here.
Yeah.
Although it is the indoor plant capital of the world, right, Nick?
It's Popka, yeah.
Popka means what is it? Potato
in Indian.
Wait, is that really a thing? The
That's
indoor plant
what?
capital of the world?
Indoor
plant-
foliage.
Indoor foliage. Sorry.
Capital of the world.
At what point
That
do
don't sound
these?
healthy.
Yeah. At what point do these titles just become? At what point are these just made up?
Capital.
But you gotta have something. I mean, like if you're Popka, what else do you have going for you?
Second
Trees.
largest city in Orange County.
in Orange County.
If you're not first or last, though.
in the OC.
I mean, that's not the real OC.
Yeah. we'll
It
let,
is to us, damn it.
Right.
we'll let him play that narrative.
Yeah.
Listen, Hartford's the insurance capital of the world, so it
That's
could
right.
be worse.
That's right. And what was it? Willimantic, Connecticut used to be the crack cocaine capital of the United States. So there's that too.
It wasn't the
It
south
also
side
has a
of
bridge
LA.
with frogs.
That's right. They do have a bridge with frogs.
There's a bridge with frogs.
Yeah.
That's the only two things from Willimantic: drugs and that bridge.
It's
It
actually
sounds like a place I don't want to go to.
it's a legit bridge. Like it has giant 20-foot statues of frogs on each end of the each end of the bridge. Yeah, and it's about like an old ancient warrior, some type of war where everyone were hiding in their tents because they thought there was war going on outside.
Yeah.
But then they woke up in the morning and there were literally millions of frogs just laying dead. It was a frog war. Yeah. Take that up, Popka.
Yeah, no, Popka can't match frog. Look at this.
Yeah,
someone has pulled up pictures of it.
joking.
For Christmas, they put scarves on the frog.
Yeah, man.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's legit.
This is how Connecticut rolls.
Yeah.
That's where they got the idea for Gertie.
Yeah. Connecticut, home of lake compounds, ESPN, drugs, and frogs on bridges.
I go there
You
for
hate
ESPN,
pizza?
nothing else.
I don't know, the frog with the scarf.
Look at that.
That's an A+ photo right there.
Yeah, pretty balling.
That's me. Tom Bricker. Anyway, so how did you guys get to this? What have you guys been doing? What's your theme park background? How did you guys get into theme parks?
Well, we got bored at work and decided to make a podcast. But
Yeah.
That's legitimate.
Yeah. Seems we work in theme parks are just like, you know what? Let's all band together, me, Derek, Jeremy, and create a podcast. That's basically it.
Yeah.
You have a
So
better
we
explanation
came
on
to
it.
the point where we're enthusiasts, but we're not shoot it up into our veins. Like we're
Right.
not live and breathe by
We're
it.
not
But
snorting the pixie dust.
yeah,
here.
exactly. But we enjoy going to the theme parks, when we can. We enjoy talking about it too. But we think that we've always had some good hot takes and some good opinions. So we said, well, why don't we, why don't we create a platform where we can do that and share and see what people think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also talk about sports and stuff like that.
Sports and
Yeah.
crazy people.
Because there's so much going on in Orlando and everywhere else around the country that relate to theme parks but aren't specifically on that, just entertainment in general. And everyone loves hearing about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Kim Kardashian. What's going on with her? Let's talk about
so people can get
what's going on.
Yeah,
Can I say that? Am I good?
If you did,
yeah, it's too late.
it's probably fine. We're not on the radio, right, Nick?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we're
I
good.
think I pushed the right button.
Fine. I was supposed to say something before and I edited myself. I was going to say something else for Shanghai instead of but it's all right. It comes out of that ass, though. So.
It's true. You have to stay woke.
Right.
My favorite development of this interview has been Tom trying to say things to sound that he is not the oldest 29-year-old. Tom, is that how old you are?
Sure.
Yeah, he's trying to push off how we're the millennials in the room when he's clumped into
only
this
a
group
2-year
too.
difference between
Come
you and
on.
I.
When I first met Tom, he just said to me, "I don't listen to popular music."
I'm not hip.
I said it
with the lingo.
exactly in that tone. Oh boy. Yeah.
So I'm just seeing the description here in one of your episodes, Top Golf and Frank and the Cubs. I mean, you got
oh, that's
that's
amazing.
Yeah, so that actually, so to what I was talking about before with our segment Crazies of the Week, it was in regards to that episode, we were talking about how
the Halloween costumes.
Yeah, there was Walmart and Amazon and a bunch of different online retailers selling a literal Anne Frank costume. Yeah, and the description was good. Like empower women and yada yada yada. I'm obviously not doing it justice, but
I don't know if that's empowering or
Anne Frank.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we were just like, what kind of person are you? Like, what kind of people were sitting in a room and said, "I got it. I have the perfect costume idea. Let's make Anne Frank."
I just
like, how does that go when you go with your friends? You're like, "Oh, look, Batman. Oh, a Ghostbuster. Who are you? Anne Frank." Yeah, that's Halloween fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, any place I can hide?
Oh my God.
Days. Oh man.
Someone in the chat said, "As long as it's not sexy Anne Frank."
Yeah. Well, that's
next
next year. Yeah, that's true. Like, what does sexy Anne Frank look like? All right, we won't talk about that.
Like 10.
Well, the sad thing is, every guy listening thought about it for a second.
They thought about it.
The
They
really
thought about it
sad
instantly.
part.
Yeah, instantly.
God. So you guys did Top Golf then?
Yeah.
Was it great?
Oh, let me tell you this. I went the morning it opened, and Jeremy,
our other co-host,
our co-host, he was like, "Hey, the Top Golf opened in Tampa. I went opening day. It was an 8-hour wait. You need to get there early." I'm like, "All right, cool, whatever." No one's there. I'm the first one.
Yeah, no one
So
there
I'm
for like hours after he gets there.
I'm golfing by myself, and I'm like,
That's
well,
probably nice. So it's probably relaxing.
Oh yeah.
No, not when I woke up at the ass crack of dawn.
Yeah.
Like I'm out here yawning.
Every person in there thought, "Look at this loser."
Yeah.
Like, what is he doing?
Does he have any friends?
What does he got going in
At
life?
that point, they're probably more like, "I hope someone else shows up so we make some money."
Right.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
It's not long of a wait.
No, it's legit.
Yeah, it's
Top
a slow
Golf's
open.
good.
Yeah, it's open. It's really cool.
Okay.
Really cool. Yeah.
I don't do a lot of the touristy stuff, but Top Golf sounds like a good
Do you
time.
golf?
I used to. It's been a couple years.
Oh, dude, you're gonna love it.
Okay.
It's like Splitsville, but better in golf.
Yeah, you don't have to bring your clubs. They provide everything there. They've got a really good food menu, good cocktail list.
All
and
right.
overall, just a really fun time.
Yeah.
Nick, we need to go.
Done.
Make it happen.
It's on the list.
We're doing it.
That's fantastic,
It's
by the way.
stupid.
Why is
expensive,
the
but-
Anne Frank costume on my screen?
Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
I really go to
That
Top
doesn't
Golf
even look.
in
I
that.
wouldn't even think. Like if the kid was wearing that,
You
I
think she's a
wouldn't
Girl
even
Scout?
think.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What was your name again in the booth?
Nick.
Nick, man, you are coming in clutch tonight.
Yeah.
Man, A+ work. Look at that costume.
See,
Anne
Tom,
Frank.
I actually work harder when there's other people in the
I
studio.
know you put on a good show, right?
Right.
Make it look like he's working.
So what do you guys? So you're more casual theme park goers.
Yeah.
Where do you guys like to go?
Epcot.
Okay.
Yeah, Nate's a big margarita guy, so he's about them watered down
You like those
margaritas.
juggaritas?
Yeah.
The juggaritas.
Those $15 margaritas for 3 ounces.
Yeah.
Great,
Do you go to
yeah.
La Cava?
Not anymore because it's like $15 for 3 ounces.
It is
like,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
like crazy.
there's so many places with better drink.
Right. I'd rather go to Rose and Crown and still play.
That's the most
ridiculous.
consistent
Yeah.
place in World Showcase, most
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
But you see, Epcot has this reputation as a drinking park. It's not the park to drink.
No.
You got to go to Animal.
Yeah. Agreed.
Oh yeah.
Nomad
Yeah.
Lounge.
Oh, you can
Oh,
start
my God,
early,
yeah.
Double Bar.
Double bar.
Yeah.
Like even Thirsty River's got a couple good things. The one
Yeah.
by Everest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
That's the secret.
By the way, I think every Fast Pass Plus Fast Pass building, property-wide, should become a bar.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Or at least the exit shop at Tower of Terror.
Oh, man, for real, though.
Or a
You know, a good
Christmas
place
shop.
to drink?
Or a Christmas shop. I like that.
A good place to drink is Be Our Guest. Only because I didn't know that I couldn't take the bottle of wine out with me, so I had to finish it. So I had a whole bottle of wine.
Oh.
And I was smacked.
Did they give you a plastic chalice to finish it in? The light up plastic chalice?
I wish I
Oh, man. Imagine that walking out like a boss.
I was stumbling out of Be Our Guest, and I don't remember the rest of that night. I just remember riding Mine Train drunk as hell. And it was great. I loved it. I love it. So yeah, get wasted at Magic Kingdom if you can. That's the only place you get wasted.
Yeah.
So
best bar conversion, the Tree Trail at Disney Springs, one of the former bus stops.
Yes.
Has alcohol.
Wait.
It's just bottled stuff, but they're selling beer out of a bus stop.
Yo, shout out Disney Springs though for not removing any of those bus stops.
Yeah.
Like
true.
They painted over the lines in the bus stop and made them trees.
Yes. I love it.
They turned the arrows into trees.
Hey, do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
The Tree
Just
Trail.
use that.
Yeah, exactly.
If you ever wanted to see like a Sears aisle, but twice as long.
Yeah.
Go to the Tree
with
Trail.
unpainted wood fences. Yeah. Next to a road.
It's bad. And then all that signage in there where they could have used the likenesses of the characters because they are the Walt Disney Company.
Right.
And decided to use clip art. It's great.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. There's like a Dumbo sign that has a clip art elephant.
That's true. I mean, overall, the area, you know, for what it is, it's good. But I totally know what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean,
that doesn't make up for drones being gone.
That's true. That's true. I mean, but let's say it with me. Let's stay woke on the drones.
Stay woke.
Because you know that was just a test for what's to come, man.
No, it definitely is. There's things coming. And what about you guys go to the other parks? You go SeaWorld, Universal, any of that stuff?
Yeah. So, well, I don't know.
Well, no one goes to
what about you,
SeaWorld.
guy?
Yeah. So
I haven't gone to SeaWorld since like December of 2015.
Okay.
So between the three of us, Nate, Jeremy, myself, I'm the more hardcore enthusiast, I'll say.
Okay.
I've got the annual pass to SeaWorld, Universal, and then don't need it for Disney. I don't work at Disney. That's not the point. I'm not going to get into that. But
he's got a plug.
Yeah, but I enjoy going to those parks. I also travel with a couple of my friends to different theme parks around the country. I mean, obviously Dollywood's close. Love Dollywood. That's a great park. I was just at Six Flags covering the press event for the up in Atlanta for their holiday in the park. I enjoy going to those parks as well. So I haven't been able to get out as much recently because of work, but yeah, I enjoy doing that. At least like one park a week. But I mean, also when you got that season-long dining pass at SeaWorld, it's hard to stay away from there.
Yeah, my friend Josh got that. He used to live real close.
Go there.
He'd go like 3 times.
Just stop for dinner.
Well, that's what.
If you have nothing to eat. Yeah.
So like back in the day, I used to work the closing shift in my job, and living in Dr. Phillips, going to Epcot, just drive on I-4. So I would leave like 45 minutes early. I've got that preferred parking. I park right up front, get my lunch, and then leave.
Yeah,
it's the way to do it. It's the best deal. It's a
pretzel
steal.
kitchen, right?
Pretzel kitchen, man. Even there,
that
like,
pretzel kitchen is woke.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're getting there. You're so close.
We're working on it.
We're
so working
close
on it, man.
I'm rooting for you.
Oh man.
Yeah. You'll get it. You
we
will
got
have
to
it
teach him
time
the word
perfectly.
Liddy.
Yeah, lit.
I know
Liddy.
everybody
That's
uses
good.
lit.
Okay.
That one's over.
So this is the goal for the show. That I want you to be so well versed and stay woke.
Yeah.
Is that the last thing you say for this show is stay woke, people. That's your closing line. That's what I need it to be.
Right.
That'll be the ultimate test of time.
Okay. We'll do it.
You think we can do that?
Sure.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
So, why are people listening to the show?
That's a
I
good
don't
question.
ask hard questions here.
We act the full.
Why do these guys want to listen to your show?
Well, I mean, we're just a bunch of regular Joe Schmoes, you know.
Yeah.
We all come from different areas. Like Nate's from literally all around the country.
Yeah.
Jeremy's from Iowa. I'm from Boston, the New England area. Shout out Patriots. What's up, Nick? Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Caught him off guard there.
Right.
And so we're just regular guys who enjoy having fun. So
you get 3 charismatic people, you put them together. It's like superpower.
That's true. We have for anyone. I'm assuming we're actually doing pretty well on the listener base. I don't know if anyone here has listened to our podcast, but the number one thing that we've heard about our podcast is that we all have really good chemistry and we roll off of each other really well.
Right.
And I think that has something to do with the fact that we've all been friends for years.
Yeah.
Like
I've
known Nate for like
14.
4 or 5 years almost now, and Jeremy we've known for 3+ years. So it's it's just a couple of friends just BSing around the table.
Yeah. We're just
Well, I'll tell you, in the 10 years I've been doing this, we've had a lot of people on the show promoting their podcast.
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
You guys have a presence. Like you're real good on the mic, which sometimes I have to sit here and like coax people into having a good conversation. And this was probably in all the times we've done this show the most natural conversation.
Oh, dude.
Well, and I'm not saying that just because you're here. That's absolutely honest. Like, and the listeners can tell. I mean, they listen to the show. They hear those interviews and they can tell just as well as I can when it works and when it
really
doesn't.
That painfully awkward? Is it just kind of like
it's sometimes I like have to like force more questions. Like they give me one word answers.
Right.
And I just gotta like fight with them.
Tell me about this. It's good.
Yeah. And it's well, we do
this.
We do a show.
Please listen to us.
Yeah.
And our show is about travel tips for Disney World.
But you know, the three of us, the three of us, we got big mouths. We like talking to people. We really actually enjoy making new friends. Like when we went out to Topgolf for the first time, we made friends with everyone around us.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, we're just about having a good time. That's really what podcasting and this show's all about, you know.
And in the future, we're looking to do like live shows too.
That's true. We're looking to do live shows like this. We also want to do more shows like on the road. Like we're looking at like doing live shows from like the Orlando Magic game or going to like Topgolf. Something like that. So just to give people a perspective, have us more interviews.
Whole thing here, and we're gonna take it to Topgolf.
Donald Trump cardboard.
With the cardboard too.
You're not taking Ronald Reagan.
You leave the Kipper alone.
They said they wanted Trump. They didn't say they wanted Reagan. Reagan's already in my backpack going home.
Oh man!
If Reagan isn't leering over Tom, I don't know what I'll do with myself.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm glad we can be the charismatic people for you.
Yeah,
make it like super smooth for you.
Listen, we will come on anytime and plug our podcast and take listeners from you anytime, anytime.
And
of
if
the day.
something pops off, like something like big in Disney, we'll rag on it.
Are you guys hiring?
You guys
hiring?
So
Do you need a soundboard guy?
Sure, Nick.
Oh yeah,
you're not stretched thin or anything.
Listen, I've got literally 35 different kinds of whiskeys and bourbon. So if you accept that as pay, then come on over. We record every Thursday night.
The only question I have is, do you have the horns that go? Bah, bah, bah? That's all I need.
Whoa! That might be
you can tell he's not a millennial. He's not a millennial.
Better.
But yeah, that's not bad.
No, he wanted the reggaeton horn.
That's amazing.
Exactly.
That's the most amazing thing that's ever happened.
That's fantastic.
That sound effect.
I can rock with that for tonight.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's good.
I'll say, what am I saying at the end again? This show is stay woke.
Stay woke, people.
And then we're replacing the horns with that. That's the deal.
The best
we're just
thing
making
to say
moves.
before stay woke is give them like an unpopular opinion, or give them something mind blowing.
That's right. Like John Oliver. His big thing is that the Olsen twins. They're not twins. It's just one girl, and they're moving. She's moving very fast, you know. And that's something where he would say that, and he actually said in his first episode, he looks at the camera and just goes, "Stay woke," and because that's what it's about. Keep your mind open, people.
Oh boy,
Stevie Wonder can
way
see.
out here, gang.
Yeah, see, I believe that 1,000% Stevie Wonder can see.
No, they had that man driving. No,
yes,
I'm not saying blind people can't drive, but he was
like
Oprah.
the Google car with the thing on the top. It's driving him around.
This was like 2002.
Okay.
I was watching Oprah. Don't ask, but I was watching Oprah with my mom.
Shout out
I was
Oprah.
getting my hair braided, and I had, I had an afro. That's besides the point. We're getting off track.
Favorite things.
Plug. But Stevie Wonder was behind the wheel of a car, and then Oprah's giving him instructions. I'm like, Oprah, you about to crash this damn car? No,
we know what he's doing.
Yeah, this man, eyes wide open, he could see where he's going.
It's like Lights Motors Action. There's just a guy on the side of the car actually driving.
Yeah, exactly. Stay woke.
For real.
How do you say to Stevie Wonder, "Keep your eyes on the road"?
Oh.
How do you make that statement?
Do you think he'll like literally go and lay on the road and like drop his eyes down on the asphalt?
Focus on
Before
the dark.
this gets any worse, please let everybody know how they find this show. Where are they?
Sure.
Offcrackpodcast.com.
And Nate, you're doing a great job.
Wait, I got it.
That's right. Nick butchers every plug I've ever let him do.
Off Track Podcast on Instagram and offtrackpodcast.com. Podcast Off Track on Twitter. You can also donate to the Patreon page. I'll let you take that.
So anyway, we you can also find us on iTunes and Stitcher Radio.
Stitcher.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna be expanding to other Android forms. It's very easy with Apple because it's one app. You know what I mean? But Android has 75 different ones.
Mm-hmm.
So we're on Stitcher Radio right now. We're also on iTunes. You can also, if you don't have access to any of that stuff, like if you have, God forbid, if you have a Windows phone.
phone.
Yo, that's my man right there. That was perfect. So God forbid, if you have a Windows phone, you can, like Nate said, go to offtrackpodcast.com and you can listen to us there. We have all of our episodes. We record every Thursday night for a Friday release and try to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah,
This
no
was a lot
problem.
of fun.
All right, Nick, let's we're running over, so let's end this thing, shall we?
Sorry.
The following is a WDW N-Tunes original program.
Coming to you live from the WDW studios in Orlando, Florida. It's the Serial 8 with Tom Corless Holiday Special. Tonight, a visit from Cornac the Magnificent, Derek Poitras and Nate Enthusiasm of the Off Track Podcast, Nicholas Cicero and the Soundboard Band, and I'm Patrick Hackett. Now, here's your host,
Yay, fake applause. Thank you, welcome. Welcome to See You Later, as we call it, more touching than Coco and John Lasseter. Yeah.
Too soon.
Too soon. We got everybody should probably get ready. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're here during the WWNT, the Toys for Tots Marathon, our 50-hour marathon to raise money for the charity. We do this every year to clear our conscience from this show. This is like Tom makes this show all right by doing one charity thing, right? That's how that works. Patrick and Nick, thank you, Patrick, for the lovely introduction.
No problem at all.
Nick in there with the soundboard band. We have guests in studio. We're going to be talking to Nate and Derek in a little bit in our guest spot, but they're in the studio, so you may hear some laughing and things going on. That's because they're physically here. So thank you guys for actually driving in. That doesn't happen very often.
Oh, we got you.
It's easy in this city.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Yes, on a holiday weekend, the one thing you want to do in Orlando is drive. Right?
Happy to have our bodies here in studio for you.
Good. Thank you so much. And hopefully you won't walk out before we get to the interview. That'd be really great.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. So anyway, let's catch up on things. We haven't done this show in a while. Usually the show is just now for our Patreon members, our WIGS members, the Interglobe Society, but everybody's getting it for free this month. It's a little bit of an ad, so we want you guys to sign up and get this every month, and it starts at just $2. So I mean, it's a really good deal. Go to patreon.com/WDWNT and sign up, and you get this once a month.
And Tom,
if you're offended, then you don't have to sign up.
You were nice enough to donate the entire amount from Patreon this month to the Toys for Tots.
Yeah, so we took that whole amount for the month, and because the show is free, I didn't feel nice about just taking everybody's money. So we put all that money into the charity. So all that $592, we put that in the charity for the month. So there we go. So thank you. So I figured you guys already give us money every month. We should just put that in the charity. It's not fair to ask you guys to donate on top of giving us money. So there you go. So anyway, let's get this thing started, shall we? Let's talk about some things that have happened in the last month. The House of Magic name returned to the Magic Kingdom in Main Street, USA. The Hall of Champions facade was renamed to restore it to how it was back in 1971. Disney has said this is just the beginning of several other Main Street establishments will be going back to the original name. So Tony's will once again be the House of Tragic. Make sure you get ready for that. They're also considering the return of the Penny Arcade, but surveys have shown that millennials don't know what either of those words mean.
Yeah, true.
Yes, Penny Arcade. Yeah, penny, I guess. They should know what a penny is. You get change, right? I guess a digital payment now.
But even the press penny machines don't even take pennies.
That's true. They're credit card now. Well, the pennies are preloaded in the machine. So you swipe your credit card, and it presses a preloaded